Hello, welcome back to Horizons Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're going to continue on with Suzerain. So, last time out, we met with our economy ministers, as well as set up a meeting with Marcel Cronti. So yeah, let's come pick it up here. Looks like we've got a couple exclamation points, a whole bunch of reports, and 6 newspapers. So why not? Let's start with the reports here. Let's head to Volgan. Alright, declining energy output at Volgan Dam. Volgan Dam, a critical energy resource for Swordland, has been experiencing a reduction in its energy output due to its age. The dam's aging infrastructure is proving less efficient, affecting its ability to maintain previous levels of energy generation. This decrease could impact the region's energy supply if not addressed promptly. Plans for refurbishment or modernization of the dam could be proposed in the future if necessary. Cool, that's new. This one also looks new. From Rebri, tourism potential. Rebri, with its rich historical sites, unique culture, and natural beauty, has untapped tourism potential. However, the city lacks the necessary infrastructure and promotional activities to become a fully fledged tourist destination. Local officials are actively seeking further support to develop Ribri's tourism sector. Any strategic plan for Ribri's development will require a focus on infrastructure and the promotion of its attractions. Boosting tourism could significantly enhance the city's economy and create numerous job opportunities. Awesome. Alright, from Whole Sword, Party Committee Report. The Reform Committee reports that any potential change to the Constitution in the direction of the reformists will likely result in strong opposition from the National Front Party. Members of Assembly in support of such direction seem to be in great numbers, and possibly make up the majority in the Grand National Assembly, while most members of the United Swordland Party seem reluctant about supporting such changes. Alright, I mean, that makes sense. Obviously, the fascist party is probably not really going to want democratic reforms. That's not a shocker. Alright, let's see what else we got here. SID joins HSU fire investigation. Further investigations by the police department reveal a potential arson case with no identified suspects yet. The police chief of Full Sword has voiced concern about suspected sabotage by a foreign nation, inviting the Swordish Intelligence Directorate in the investigation to expand the investigation. The area is cordoned off from the public to discover further evidence. Cool. And from the Republic of Kairoot. Kairoot expresses approval of Swordish democracy. The Republic of Kairoot congratulated President Anton Rain's recent election victory in Swordland. Chancellor Enos Adruner of Kairoot extolled Swordland's democratic process and the peaceful transition of power, emphasizing shared values. Kairoot expressed positive outlook to continued diplomatic collaboration and mutual growth with Swordland. Cool, never heard of them before, so that's sweet. Alright, looks like everything there, so let's hit the news. Looks like we got 6 of them, so nothing from Whole Sword Post. Let's go to Swordland today. Conrad Cronti passed away. The first and most important modern entrepreneur Swordland has ever seen sadly passed away today. People look up to Conrad Cronti as a figure of success, respect, and wealth. After his immediate passing, his son Marcel Cronti took over his title as the new CEO of the Heart of Swordland conglomerate. Some nice nepotism there. I like it. Alright, suspicious fire ravaged HSU. The rector of the HSU, Sandra Novik, reported that a fire broke out in the archives of the University Academic Administration building, causing damage to scientific and other types of documents. The Emerald Hospital reported that 5 wounded people were being taken care of, but in stable condition. After the fire was put out by firefighters, the Swordland Intelligence Directorate cordoned the scene in suspicion of foreign subversion interference. Several academicians, including Hermann Equa, have stepped forward with concern regarding the status of many famous academic papers and recognitions stored in the archives. Equa is quoted saying, "Our great quests of knowledge should have been protected better." Alright, from Lockhaven Times, Gasm hires freeze an economic strange. As Swordland grapples with economic challenges, Gasm, one of the nation's largest corporations, has announced a freeze on new hires. The corporation, integral to Swordland's energy sector and a significant contributor to its economy, has yet to announce when it intends to lift the hiring freeze. While this development is a blow to the Swordlish workforce, it's a reminder of the delicate state of the nation's economy. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, from the Radical, glamorous inaugural ball. Whole Sword elite gathers for a lavish state ball. Many citizens in the country are uncertain about their own future, but the state has no problems with wasting taxpayers' money right from the start. We demand that these traditions of wasteful nature will become a thing of the past once the president settles in. The team here at the Radical will keep fighting for a better, more equal tomorrow for all. And I won't argue with that. The ball seems completely superfluous, but that's okay. Alright, then we got 2 from Geopolitico. So, ideological dispute between Galmland and Volksland intensifies. What the heck is Golmland? Must be yet another new country. Alright, I like it. Under the leadership of Golmland's second female leader, Brigda Halvorsdottir. Sure, we'll go with that. The ideological dispute between Golmland and Volksland has intensified. Halvorsdottir's government has been promoting the development and implementation of the Golmish Manifesto, a unique interpretation of Carlos Marques's communist theory. The country has been pushing this agenda to other CSP countries, garnering support and building alliances in an effort to strengthen their position in the region. However, internal factions backed by Volkslandian socialism, United Canton, and Millennialism pose a significant challenge to Halvorsdottir's government. These factions are working to undermine the Golmish Manifesto and weaken Golmland's influence among its allies. As tensions escalate, both nations find themselves locked in a fierce ideological battle, potentially significant consequences for regional stability and cooperation. The ongoing conflict has recently resulted in the imposition of trade tariffs between the two countries, further straining relations and impacting the regional economy. These economic barriers are likely to exacerbate existing tensions and make it more difficult for the two nations to find common ground on key issues. Observers are closely monitoring the situation, hoping that both nations can find a peaceful and mutually beneficial resolution to the ongoing dispute before it escalates further, potentially impacting the expansion of the CSP alliance. Alright, that's some interesting new lore there. I didn't realize there are different versions of communism in this world. That's pretty cool. Alright, and last step, Sordland's regional trade. As Raid administration starts its first term, there's a question in all of our heads. What will be the regional international trade policy? Due to the strategic geopolitical location of Sordland, historically Agnolia and Valen have been natural trading partners. Depending on the direction of the Raid administration, we think it is likely that a new trade deal will be brokered with at least one of these partners in the near term. All in all, regardless of which trading partner this administration decides to go with, one thing's for sure. Regional trade will boost the alien economy. The real question is, what does Volksland or Lesbia think about Sordland? That is a good question. Fantastic. Alright. Looks like we have an update in the codex here on business. Cool. Just updating Conrath Karanti. Apparently that button doesn't do anything. Alright, and Marcel Karanti. I'm not going to read any of that, but hopefully you can pause it and read it if you feel like it. Alright. Oop, there's still more things going on here. What else is going on? Organizations. Heart of Sordland. Alright, just the same thing again, saying that it's been updated to Marcel Karanti instead of Conrath. Alright, let's see. So we have two things. Let's see what's going on. Got a mega infrastructure project in Lockhaven, or the campaign finance bill. Awesome. Alright. Let's start with the mega infrastructure project. I don't know why, it just sounds good. Alright, the Ministry of Economy has put forward two bold plans for mega infrastructure projects that would help with the economic recession in the long term. Investing in projects of this scale will take up some portion of our budget, but could prove worthwhile if accomplished successfully. Okay, I mean, obviously we're going to go ahead and go for that. -1 government budget, but that's okay. Alright, now let's head back over here for the campaign finance bill. Dude, this is a lot longer than it was before. Alright, electoral campaign finance bill. Section 1 of this bill stipulates a significant change in the methodology of public funds allocation of political parties. The new measure replaces the previous system based on the number of votes won in the general election, with a system reliant on the proportion of seats secured by a political party in the assembly. Section 2 sets the annual financial allocation of political parties at 500,000 Rand per each member of the assembly. This shift ensures that financial support from public funds aligns more closely with the party's representative influence within the legislative body. Section 3. A consequential effect of these amendments will effectively lead to a substantial increase in the election budget for the USP and a minor augmentation for other parties present in the Assembly. This restructuring of funding fosters more proportional representation of party presence within the Assembly. Section 4 highlights an important consequence of this reallocation. Parties that do not reach the 10% election threshold will see their public funding effectively curtailed. This measure ensures that public resources are concentrated towards parties with significant representation in the Assembly. Alright, Let's see. I'm not really sure here. I think I will go ahead and veto that one. Because if we're going for more democratic reforms, we probably don't want to limit the power of everybody else in the assembly outside of our own party. So let's veto that. Nice. Alright, we got 2 newspapers now. Alright, Proposal Post, President vetoes bill. The campaign finance bill has been vetoed by President Rain after its approval from the Grand National Assembly by a majority vote on Friday following a 3-hour debate. Friends Richter, who also objected to the funding package, saying it contained too much unfairness in the allocation of the budget, also sought to delay proceedings by demanding a formal and recorded vote, but was overruled. The bill passed the Assembly, but failed to become law by President Rain's decision. Cool, and from the Radical, unfair campaign finance bill crushed. A new bill that further expands on the unfairness of our election system has been approved by the Grand National Assembly and was later vetoed by President Rain. Rain deserves credit for crushing the undemocratic proposal, even though it came from his own party and would have benefited himself. The bill sought to change the rules of eligibility of the public funds that are reserved for every political party in Swordburn. It eliminates every party from eligibility to the funds, apart from the 3 that are currently in the Assembly. The insane proposal would have also resulted in the governing United Swordburn Party's share from the funds to double. Luckily, President Rain showed us he can go against his own party when it needs to be done. Yeah, so that kind of screws everybody else over. That doesn't sound very democratic of us. Alright, so let's head to Lockhaven for discussion of potential infrastructure projects. The view towards the Marking Sea from Lockhaven was nothing short of exquisite. The seaside state residence, fittingly named the Blue Mansion, was large, fine, and accommodating. But enjoying the luxurious mansion wasn't the main reason for our visit. We gathered the economic team here to discuss new infrastructure investment projects. Half an hour had already passed since the start of the meeting. Unfortunately, I didn't even have the chance to have my usual afternoon coffee. Looking at the view from the windows, I let my mind drift for a couple of seconds. Simon's voice brought me back into the ongoing discussions. Mr. President, we need to focus on boosting the economy as quickly as possible. One of the fastest ways to achieve this is through infrastructure projects. Agreed. Now, on the one hand, businessmen are complaining about the slow logistical rail network between Holster and Lockheed. Lilius started talking as soon as Simon took a breath. On the other hand, citizens are criticizing the lack of a proper highway connection between Lockheed and Alvaring. The narrow roads by the seaside are not only dangerous, but also difficult to traverse. Yeah, we need to pick the most profitable option for economic growth. Which is obviously connecting our 2 most economically powerful cities. And it's not business people who are suffering now, but ordinary folk. What really matters is traverse economic act accomplishes something tangible. We must improve the economy of this nation and bring it out of recession. To that point, I defined 2 important projects for your attention: the H3 Highway Project and the L1 High-Speed Railway Project. Mr. Hull repositioned himself on his chair. The Ministry can only support one project at a time with the current capacity budget. Let's move on to the details of each. So, which one do you want to hear about first? The highway, I guess. Alright, the H3 project aims to improve the abysmal state of the road network in the Highland region bordering Agnolia. The area is home to several million Agno-Sordish and Sordish citizens who currently feel neglected. There are no proper highway connections to and from Island. The Mayor of Arbery, Eric Neal, has been asking for a bigger budget to develop the regional infrastructure. He told us that even trucks are having a hard time traveling through the main roads. The increased traffic is causing trouble for people commuting in and out of the region. I agree, this could also hurt local businesses. It is, bless their soul. I'm happy we're thinking alike on the matter. Let's take a more detailed look at the upgrade proposal. Lilius is pointing at Lockhaven. The H3 highway route starts here in Lockhaven, and from there it leads to Lenkirk. Alright, I like that they integrated that little move thing back into the conversation better. That's pretty sweet. From there it goes all the way to Arbery. As a result, the road network towards the Agnolian capital, Salpo, will also improve substantially. She paused and leaned forward in her chair. As mayor, I saw the central government continuously neglect our country's agnosource-dominated regions. Is this administration going to continue that kind of negligence? Yeah, I mean, our agnosaurus citizens should be respected as swords like all of us. Yes, there should be no preference or separation among source citizens, meaning we should think about what's best for the country overall. Yeah, it has to be pointed out that the highway will be less beneficial in the short term. I have to disagree. It will increase the speed of transportation throughout the region. Our citizens will be quite pleased if we successfully accomplish this. Besides, if we enter trade talks with Magnolia, they'll see this investment as a positive sign. Very interesting, but I still don't hear about the railway projects. Our predecessor Alfonso failed to deliver on his campaign promise, but now we have the opportunity to start the construction of a groundbreaking railway project. As you know, our current trains cannot meet the standards of today, as many other countries adopt new electric engine technology to power up their trains, we're falling behind. News about the new electric trains in United Cantona has piqued their business interests. They too want to transport resources and material from Holsword to Lockhaven with great speed and efficiency. Major cities of Sordland do need more infrastructure to support the growing populations. This should be a priority: growth and development optimization. Our plan is to upgrade the old L1 line from Holsword to Lockhaven and transform it to a high-speed railway. Gus is pointing at Holsword while Simon was looking attentively. The planned construction starts right here at the capital. From there we'll go to Annika first, and then connect to Gilsord. After which it will reach Lockhaven, our economic powerhouse. He leaned forward. The L1 will significantly boost the economies of the new lake cities and even the rural areas in between. Lockhaven is our primary port, so the goods and load there will be transferred to Holsword much faster. I believe this will benefit storage businesses and Sordland as a whole. For the wealthy and middle-class citizens of these regions, but not for the poor ideas who won't be able to afford the increased ticket prices. Mayor Vonica must also request this project be prioritized. Businessmen in the region will be very content, which in turn will increase investment and employment. Therefore, I will recommend the L1 high-speed rail project. Cool. Well, I've settled on a decision. Excellent. So what will your final choice be, Mr. President? We're gonna go with the L1. I've decided... Whoops. I've decided on the L1 high-speed rail project to improve the connection between the most productive cities. The right choice, Mr. President. Negotiations will begin in the middle of this year. You'll be able to award the contract to a corporation of your choice. The ministry estimates that construction will be completed in 2 years for every step going forward is executed successfully. Good. Is there anything else? That should be all, Mr. President. See you soon, Mr. Rain. Have a nice day, Mr. President. Evening settled on the beautiful coastline of Lockhaven. Fantastic. Ooh, wow. No newspapers, no reports. I like that. Oops, scrolling too far there. Alright, well, let's pop back to Holsword here for an opportunity to invest in Arcasian stocks. Personal investment opportunity has been relayed to Mr. Manger, an experienced stockbroker in Ventry City, Arcasia, selling valuable shares of Armadine Industries, an up-and-coming electronics manufacturing company. We could invest to let the opportunity pass. Well, we're solely going to invest, because we need money later on. Cool, alright. Looks like we're staying here in Holsword to go to the inaugural ball. Fantastic. I had just finished buttoning up my suit jacket when the doorbell rang. The presidential guard had arrived to pick us up for the inaugural ball. The ball was a 3-decade-old tradition, breathlessly anticipated by politicians, bureaucrats, and the press. All eyes were about to be on me. I called on Monica to get the children ready. Looking in the mirror, I straightened my tie and took a deep breath. After tonight, there'd be no turning back. Suddenly, Gianna hugged me from behind, startling me a little. Monica had fixed her hair into an elaborate braid woven through with ribbons. Papa, Mama told me it's time to go. Hello, darling. I'm ready. Where's your brother? I think Frank's still upstairs. She shrugged. It was almost time to leave. The big ball was starting in less than an hour. Yo, Monica, Frank, enough messing around. Let's get a move on. Monica came downstairs. She was wearing a simple yet elegant beige sheath dress and short heels. Her hair had been neatly pinned into a chignon, showing off the pearl earrings I had given her for our 15th anniversary. All those years she'd stayed by my side. Now we were about to begin the most challenging chapter in our lives yet. How do you do, Mr. President? I just give her a hug. I pulled her into a deep embrace. Ah, Monica, my love, you look as gorgeous as the day we married. Now there's the chunk that you elected. Frank trudged down the stairs. This thing itches. Frank tugged at the collar of his new tuxedo. He seemed ill at ease. I'm glad to have you with us for this big night. Sure, Dad. I'm just dying to go. Papa, are they still going to be around us from now on? She pointed with presidential guards to the door of the house. Let's go with that one. These people are our friends, Tiana. It's alright, baby. We need to make sure nothing bad happens to your papa or his family. Monica held Tiana's hand. Together, flanked by the guards, we walked out the door. Halfway the car, Frank stopped abruptly and turned towards me. Dad, do I really have to go? Can I stay home instead? I'm pretty nervous myself, Frank, but I feel a lot more confident with my son by my side. Frank smiled reluctantly. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's go. Presidential guard showed us the way as red and blue lights flashed around us. Serge, my driver, ushered us into our armored limousine. The motorcade started moving towards the palace. I gazed out the window, deep in thought. Son, what are you thinking about? I was thinking we've come a long way together, haven't we? Yes, we have, and there's still so much to accomplish side by side. Just remember, no matter what happens, children and I will always be here for you. I'm gonna help Papa fix everything. Frank rolled his eyes. I know you will, honey. This means a great deal to me. After what seemed like just a few minutes, the convoy slowed to a halt. Serge rolled down the limousine's soundproof partition. We are here, sir. Hope you enjoyed the drive. Much appreciated. How are you today, Serge? I am just as good as I can be, but today's your day, sir. I'm glad you're in charge now. You know, my entire family voted for you. Thank you and your family. I'm here with all of your support. No reason to thank me, sir. You're the one who sparked a glimmer of hope in us all. Serge opened the door for me. The normally imposing palace was festooned with garish banners, and near them made it look cheerful. A line of shiny luxury sedans stretched around it. Politicians, bureaucrats, and celebrities, the creme de la creme of the sordid elite, streamed inside the building. Good luck out there, Mr. President. Yeah, we'll see how it's your bum. I stepped out and immediately found myself surrounded by loud voices and camera flashes. Hordes of eager journalists thrust their portable microphones my way. My guards fended most of them off, but one woman managed to dodge them and corner me. I recognized the Source Broadcasting Company logo on her press lanyard. Mr. President, do you plan on working together with the opposition parties and the expected constitutional reforms? Yeah, we're going to try to work with everybody. Mr. Rick, to clarify that as long as you hold your promises to democratization, they'll support you on these issues to the end. What do you think about this statement? I mean, we want the other parties to join him on this endeavor, too. Well, no question. One of your first acts as president was to veto campaign finance law that would have deprived small parties of public funds, increasing those challenging your own. Are we seeing the beginning of a more egalitarian administration? Absolutely. Whether the bill is proposed by my own party or not, I would use my veto on it if it goes against the interests of our democracy. Well, that's enough, ma'am, said one of my guards, when nudging the reporter away from me. A path through the crowd is now open, and we quickly made our way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. The entrance was decorated with beautiful ribbons in Sorlin's colors of white, yellow, and maroon. A lush maroon carpet had been rolled down the stairs. We entered the lobby and joined the throngs of people making their way towards the ballroom. Behind me, I heard a familiar voice. There they are, the most beautiful family in Scotland. Uncle Peter! Hey, Uncle Peter, it's great to see you. You two are growing faster than I'm getting wiser. Are you sure you've gotten any wiser, Peter? Maybe not, but I'll still stick with you. Happy to see a familiar face, Peter. Evelyn. Peter's wife, Evelyn, approached us and shook our hands with firmness that belied her delicate features. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say the results were clear to me from the beginning. Thank you. We both worked hard to make it happen. We know you did. You deserve the position. And tonight we reap the rewards. We could start by getting some drinks. Yeah, I read my mind. Peter grinned and beckoned a roving waiter. The four of us each took a glass of champagne. Monica, how are you? You barely said a word. I'm more than relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with, but of course now the real work begins. Oh yes, managed to help planning parties, dealer trips to the salon, looking best for dignitaries. Don't be so old-fashioned, Evelyn. If I'm using my powers first thing in the advanced position of women throughout Sorrow, equal rights for sex are long overdue, wouldn't you say, Anton? Absolutely. We'll work together to achieve that. Monica flashed me a smile. Diana suddenly jumped in between us and tugged at my sleeve. Papa, can we go? I want to see the ballroom. Yes, it's time. Let's go. We left the lobby and made our way towards the ballroom. Inside, we were yet again surrounded by a noisy crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority and sword them. I spent the next few hours shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. When we finally settled down at our dinner table with the veterans, the band started playing some slow jazz tunes. Oh, that was exciting. Yeah, we have to get used to it. Well... Suddenly, a loud banging noise echoed from outside the ballroom, then another one, and another. The musicians stopped playing. Everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. Peter and I turned towards each other, realization dawning on both of our faces. Fireworks? No, gunshots. Alright, that was kind of fun. A little moving text there. As soon as Monica heard the word, she lunged from her seat. I threw myself at Monica, Diana, and Frank to shield them. Papa, what's happening? I knew it. We never should have gone. Chaos broke out as some guests flung themselves under the tables, and others ran towards the doors, screaming. Diana burst into tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own eyes. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly. Yeah, Mr. President, are you alright? Carl Greiser, head of the Swords police force, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. They all had their guns drawn. And as soon as he made it to us and saw that we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Ah, thank God. What the hell's going on? 1 sec, Mr. President. He turned around quickly to his men. Check the perimeter, now. Paul, Jansen, follow my lead. We'll bring them to the safe room. Now turned to Monica, Evelyn, and the other children, spoke in a softer voice. Don't worry, the situation's under control. Please follow me. We promptly followed Carl through the winding halls and corridors of the palace. His men still had their guns drawn, which did nothing to his attention. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a fucking night. You can say that again. Carl turned to us with a serious face. We were about to round a corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I took when I get nervous. Peter, shut up. Carl flipped a switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights flickered on. The safe room was comfortable and spacious, with expensive looking leather sofas. Small security monitors on the wall displayed grainy footage of each room in the palace. There was a boardroom and a pantry containing enough provisions to last us months. Monica and Evelyn sat the children down and started wiping their tears. Carl stepped away from us and made a few radio calls. When he was done, he returned to me and Peter. Not the best inauguration ball I've been to. Peter let out a nervous laugh. Certainly not, sir. Carl's radio suddenly cracked with life. Every second felt like an eternity. He pressed his ear to the receiver. When it fell silent, he turned to us. Good news, we're not in any danger at the moment. The situation's been dealt with, and the perimeter's been secured by the guards and the police. He glanced towards Monica, Evelyn, and the kids. If I may, sir. He gestured towards a more private corner of the room and started speaking more quietly. Here's what we know so far. We've confirmed that 2 people were gunned down from the palace. The attacker's one of them, and we've reason to believe he's working alone. He fired 3 shots at an MP, 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Residential guards of the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. He's not been identified yet, requiring investigation. The MP that was killed is identified as Bernard Circus. This is huge, Anton. This will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes, handed me one. He then turned to Evelyn. I could hear him trying to assure her that everything was going to be alright. Monica was still trying to tend to Diana as Frank paced the room, mumbling that he should have stayed at home. I sat down beside my wife and children. We're safe. I'll make sure everything's going to be fine. You can't be sure of anything anymore, Anton. I lit my cigarette and took a deep drag. I was going to see us through and keep my family safe, at all costs. I crushed a cigarette on the ashtray. Fantastic. Alright, well, that seems like as good of a place as any to go and call for today. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see y'all next time.